Hello children, welcome to Math Park. Today we are going to learn about lines and angles. We are going to learn about what are parallel lines, what are intersecting lines, what are perpendicular lines and the angles formed between them. So do watch till end. So let's first understand what are parallel lines. Lines in a plane that never meet even if we extend them are called parallel lines. As they never meet, the distance between them remains constant. The distance between the parallel lines always remains constant. Okay. Now, in this given picture, the rail tracks, okay, the rail tracks, they represent the parallel lines as the distance between them remains the same. This is the distance between them which always remains the same. And some other examples you can put in the comment section. For example, writing lines of your writing pad are parallel to each other. Few more examples I would expect you to put in the comment section. What are intersecting lines? The lines which meet or appear to meet when extended are called intersecting lines. And the point where they meet is called the point of intersection. So here lines P and Q, they intersect at point O. Point O is called the point of intersection of two lines. Perpendicular lines, the lines which meet or intersect each other at right angles are called perpendicular lines. In geometry, we represent the perpendicular lines with the symbol, the ulta T. In this H, you can see that this red line is perpendicular to the black line in H. And the blue lines, of course, they are parallel, the opposite. But these two lines, they are perpendicular to each other. These two lines are perpendicular. So lines which intersect each other at right angles. They meet at right angles are called perpendicular lines. Let's understand types of angles. Acute angle is the angle which measures less than 90 degree. The angle between 0 and 90 degree is called an acute angle. Right angle is an angle with exactly 90 degree. Obtuse angle is an angle which is more than 90 and less than 180 degree. So between 90 and 180. A straight angle is the angle which is measures 180 degree because the angle between their arms is 180 degrees. The reflex angle is angle which is more than 180 and less than 360. More than 180 and less than 360 is called reflex angle. Full rotation, that is a complete angle, or we can say that angle formed at a point is 360 degree. We call it as a complete angle, complete turn. How do we measure and draw angles? The instrument that we use to measure angle or draw angles is the protractor. Angles are accurately measured in degrees from 0 to 360 using the protractor. For this, it is 180 degree, and then you can further measure up to 360 degrees. How do we measure the angle with the protractor? So crossbars, this is the crossbar of the protractor, exactly the center of the protractor should be lined up with the vertex of the angle. So what is a vertex? And the point where the two rays meet, where the angle is formed is a vertex. So we keep the crossbar of a protractor exactly lined up with the vertex of an angle. Further then, we move the protractor so that the horizontal line of the crossbar directly lies on the top of one ray, the way shown in this diagram, like BC is lying on the horizontal line of the crossbar. Now we read the location of an angle. So this is an angle and it measures, so 0, it starts from 0. The baseline starts from 0, so we see the inner scale here. So this is 60 degree. Okay. Now let's test yourself. What is the reflex angle? Come on. Yes, the angle which is greater than 180 and less than 360. Angles are measured in, yes, degrees of course. The measure of a straight line is 180 degree, right? Before me you should be answering. A pair of lines that are at same distance apart is known as parallel lines. Yes. Let us understand the relationship between angles. Angles around a point, as we have seen, it is a complete angle. They add up to 360 degree. So in this figure, you have angle A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 360 degree. Supplementary angles are the angles which have the sum of 180 degree. The angles which have the sum of 180 degree are called supplementary angles. Angles which have sum 180 degree are called supplementary angles. S in the supplementary can be used to form the aid. So that is the hint that for you to understand like how do we measure the supplementary angles. To determine the supplementary angle, subtract the given angle from 80. Suppose you are asked to find the supplementary angle of 60 degree. What is supplement of 60? So it is 180 minus 60, which is 120 degree is the supplement. So that is how 60 are 120 are supplements of each other. 10 and 170 are supplements of each other. So the sum of the angle has to be 180 degree. Then we say that the angles are called supplementary angles. Complementary angles are the angles which add up to 90 degree. And to determine the complementary angle, we subtract the given angle from 90 degree. For example, 40 and 60 are complements of each other. So 20 and 70 are complements of each other. So two angles which add up to 90 degree are called complementary angles. You can remember the C of complementary can be made used to form 90 here. Got it? Supplementary and complementary. Vertically opposite angles. When two lines intersect, four angles are formed. Here lines AB and CD are intersecting at O. Each opposite pair is called vertical angles and they are always congruent. Each pair of adjacent angles are supplementary to each other. So name the vertically opposite angles. So we have this pair of vertically opposite angles and AOC and BOD and AOD and BOC. These two are vertically opposite angles. The adjacent angles, we get the pairs here, angle AOC and BOC. So AOC and BOC, they both are adjacent angles, they are supplementary. We can also have AOC and AOD. We also have BOC and BOD. BOC and BOD are also supplementary. We can have BOD and AOD are also supplementary. Got it? So two angles, when they are on a straight line, when they add up to 180 degree, they form a linear pair. But since they are adding up to 180, we also call these adjacent angles as supplementary angles. Using angle relationship, how do we find the unknown angles? So we follow this step. Follow these steps to find the unknown value of the angle. First, identify the relationship. With the help of relationship, frame the equation. Provide the reason how you frame equation. Solve the following equation and find the unknown value. So let's solve some questions here. Question number 1. Find the size of an angle marked X in this figure. So AB is a line. So angle ABC, this is 90 degree and plus angle DBE, they add up to 180 degree because angles on a straight line add up to 180 degree. Put the values. ABC is X, CBD is 90 and BDE is 32. 90 plus 32 is 122. Taking 122 here, you get 180 minus 122. So X is equal to 58 degree. Let's solve one more question. Find the size of angle marked H in these figures. So we have H plus 140 plus 110 is 360 degree because the angles at a point add up to 360 degree. Complete angle we call it. 140 plus 110 is 250. Take 250 here. So 360 minus 250, we get the value of H as 110 degree. Got it? Angles and parallel lines. So when do we say that the two lines are parallel? If they are at the same distance apart and will never meet, then we call the lines as parallel lines. So here, a red line and blue line, they are parallel to each other. A line that meets two or more parallel lines is called a transversal. So here, PS, AB and CD are parallel lines and PS is meeting AB and CD at point Q and R. So we say that line PS in this figure is a transversal. When a transversal intersects two or more lines in the same plane, 8 angles are formed. Certain pairs of angles are given specific names based upon their locations in relation to the lines. Corresponding angles, they are F-shape angles. Anytime a transversal intersect two other lines, we get corresponding angles. And when the corresponding angles are on parallel lines, they are congruent. So here you can see the corresponding angles colored in the same 1 and 2, 5 and 6, 3 and 4, 7 and 8. We can see the F shape here. This is the F shape. And at the corners which angles are formed, they are corresponding angles 7 and 8. So here in the F, as you see A and B, same way here you can see 7 and 8. Remember, F can be backward, also upside down. So that's how you get 3 and 4 is a pair of corresponding angles. And when it is upside down, you will get 1 and 2 as corresponding angles. And also you will get 5 and 6 as corresponding angles, 7 and 8 as corresponding angles, 3 and 4 as corresponding angles, 1 and 2 as corresponding angles. Let's name them here. So identify the corresponding angles. We have 1 and angle 2 are equal. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 5 is equal to angle 6. And angle 7 is equal to angle 8. Let's understand what are alternate angles. It's a Z shape. So Z-shaped angles. These are alternate angles. So now you can see here the Z shape. Alternate meaning alternating sides of a transversal on either side. So 3 and 6. So when the alternate angles are on parallel lines, they are congruent. So 3 and 6 is a pair of alternate angles, they are congruent. 7 and 2 are alternate angles, they are congruent. So if you draw Z on the diagram, the angles can be found in the corners of Z. So this is 3 and 6 as I told you. Now again, Z can be also backward. So you can get another pair, as you can see here, 3 and 6, same way you can get 7 and 2. Let's identify the alternate angles here. So you have angle 3 is equal to angle 6 and angle 7 is equal to angle 2. Co-interior angles, that is a C shape. When the lines are parallel, the interior angles on the same side of a transversal are supplementary. Supplementary means they add up to 180. So let's identify the cointerior. So 1 and 2, they are cointerior angles. 3 and 4 are cointerior angles. And you can see the C shape here. So C can be, reverse or like this. The C at 3 and 4. So A plus B, as in this shape, is 180 degree as these two lines are parallel. Same is the case. These two lines are parallel. You get angle 3 plus angle 4 is 180 and angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180. Okay, so angle 1 and angle 2 are interior angles on the same side of transversal. They add up to 180. So you get angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. You get angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. The interior angles or co-interior angles, we say, are supplementary. Let's solve one question. If the lines M and N are parallel to each other and line L is the transversal, then calculate the size of angle 5. We need to find angle 5, angle 7, and angle 6. So one angle is given, you can find all other angles. So there are various ways to solve it, given three properties of like vertically opposite angles, the parallel lines, the corresponding angles, the alternate angles, or co-interior angles. You can do that. So let's start. So we have angle 2 and angle 6. They are corresponding angles, so they will be equal. So that's how we got the value of angle 6. So we got angle 6 as 125 degrees. So one part is done. Now angle 2 and angle 4 is also 125 because they are vertically opposite angles. They are vertically opposite angles. That is how we get this also as 125 degrees. And we can also, now some people will use angle 6 is equal to angle 4, alternate angles. That is also fine, 125 degrees. Now angle 4 and angle 5, they are interior angles on the same side of transversal, so they are supplementary. So put the value of 4, which you got 125 here, and find the value of 5. So 5 is 120. and 180 minus 125, this is 55 degree. And now angle 5 and angle 7. What is the relation? Yes, they are vertically opposite angles. Got it? So one angle is given. We can, children, you can solve the similar questions, and if any difficulty, you are free to ask me. You can put in the comment section your doubts. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and please share. Do not forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.